They prep us through all the work that we do pre-practice of tempo walking on cans and getting ready for different looks that we'll get during those tempo times. And I feel like that's something that we kind of need, because you need to be put under that pressure, because you never know this could happen at any moment of the game. It could be that one drive that you need to close them down, and that's like things that need to get handled. And then we take it into the team period. Coach Kit, as you know, his offense is pretty fast, so I mean, those things like that is just like you're constantly moving. It constantly keeps you like on your feet, and you gotta like act fast, move on your feet. You gotta be able to like have the adjustments in your head ready at all times of practice. So I feel like that's just something that's like you just have to mentally prepare for.
I think you were here last January as well. To me, the spring has been a lot cooler and a lot easier to manage for spring practice. It's kind of hard to remember that far back, but how has the spring worked for you guys' bodies and keeping everyone healthy?
I mean, Coach Kit, when I talked to him when he first got here, he kind of said he was going to do his best to take care of us, as he knew like a lot of us were beat up last year over the course of the season. Coming into winter, we hit the ground running early. Everybody wanted the same objective and goal of wanting to be better than we were last year. Nobody wants to be remembered as that team that we were last year. We all changed that mindset. Came in, worked over the winter, the first weeks of winter with Coach B. Lee and his staff. Everybody peaked at high numbers all throughout the winter workouts, and then just coming into spring ball feeling fresh after doing all those high PRs and stuff in the weight room. It felt good to go through this whole spring and not really have many injuries or feeling beat up and banged up throughout the whole spring. So I thought that was good.
Coach kind of mentioned that you're looking for an alpha, and I assume that means that you really don't have an identity yet. But what do you see as the identity starting to shape into?
It's starting to shape into us wanting to uphold a standard in our room. I feel like he's right about us. We're kind of like all spread out, and we're trying to come closer right now. As our name being the Black Ops, that's that first group like he spoke about. We kind of really are trying to figure out where everybody is, how everybody plays with each other, how everybody connects with each other, getting outside of the facility, hanging out with each other. I feel like that was a big piece that we missed last year in our room. There wasn't much connection with everybody. So I feel like right now it's just that this first section, it was kind of like get to understand everybody. Now we got the summer, okay, now we build off of what we just did this spring, and I feel like that's gonna be like a big stepping stone for many people in our room to figure out, okay, we need to win in our room first. Who is going to be that leader? And I feel like that's something that I'm working towards right now.
Okay, questions?
Wilky, with new defensive coordinator and scheme, is it kind of similar stuff on the defensive line from last year, or is it like different stuff?
It's a different scheme from what we had last year as far as like the fronts and things like that. But I was at Auburn my freshman year, as you guys know, so I've been in this defense before, so it wasn't a big adjustment for me. It was kind of, just getting like word terminology right. But as far as the scheme and everything, I've been through this defense and I've understood it. So it's like when times I go to Coach Dewhurst or Coach Lacey about a question on something, it's really just to, get like something that I have in my head about what I've done in the past. Is this related to the same thing, since it's a similar scheme? And I feel like it wasn't really a big learning curve for me.
As a player, from the beginning of the spring until now, how do you feel like you've been able to grow? What do you feel like you've been able to show? Just kind of give a rundown of your progression from the start to where you are now.
Coming into the winter, when we got back from break, I felt like my whole objective was I can't let what happened last year, how my performance was last year, dictate how I move on from it. So I kind of left everything from what happened in the past of our past season, left it there, came into the doors, opened up, got to meet with Coach Kidd, got to meet with Coach B. Lee, let them know like this is my goals, this is where I'm trying to be at, what needs to get done for that in order that to happen. And I feel like that's something that was really a big stepping stone for me, because I kind of wasn't the biggest like open talker. I think that was something that Coach Kidd wanted. He said he needs leaders, he needs guys that are you're gonna step up to the plate, and when times come to lead this team. Then going to Coach B. Lee, you know, I'm going in there every day of the week, Saturdays, Sundays, you know, just trying to get my body right, trying to be better, trying to be stronger. I mean, I PR'd at every aspect of my game in the weight room. You know, pushing 405 on bench, 600 pounds on squat. I mean, that's like big numbers for me compared to last year where I'm at 450 on the squat and like 315 on the bench. So, I mean, I feel like that's like just improvements right now, but I feel like there's still more things that need to get cleaned up as far as on the field work. And that's obviously comes with time and preparation, working with Coach Lacey more and more, understanding his background and understanding that he's produced players, so just sticking to the process and, you know, falling back on what he's coached me to do.
And building on top of that, what's been your mentality in attacking everything this spring?
I mean, it's really just attacking it head on. You know, you can't really dwell on anything from the past. Like our coach says, next play mentality. You know, if something doesn't go right to play before that, okay, you can't sit there and cry about it. You can't sit there and be emotionally attached to that play. You got to move on to the next play, because as you know, teams are starting to pick up on their tempo. There's no time for us to sit back and, you know, really relax and like dwell on the last play.
I got one. I always wait till the end. You look like you might have leaned out a little bit compared to last year.
Yeah, I mean, in last.
I don't mean that like you lost muscle.
No.
I mean you look leaner. Like,
Yeah. I definitely feel like my body overall has changed. I feel like I lost weight, but like the bad weight, like the fats and
That's
all
what
those
I
kind of
meant.
things like that.
You can see it in your face.
I definitely was something that I noticed at the end of the spring. Is that like from when I came in to now, like my body just changed so much.
Yeah, I didn't recognize you when you came in, to be honest with you. You look good.
I've changed a little bit.
Good stuff.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I enjoyed it a lot. We have Coach Bradshaw, Coach Finellis, Coach Carell. We have a lot of guys, and they all can coach every position. So hearing different POVs from all of them helping kind of craft my game a little bit. So I've enjoyed it a lot, especially Dewhurst. He has a lot of experience. He's really smart, so he helps a lot as well.
And how has it been going up against, I've asked this repeatedly today, but the up-tempo offense, we think it's fun, but we're not on defense. How has it been going against some of the receivers and knowing what the quarterbacks are going to do?
It's definitely been a new thing, especially compared to the offense last spring. We went against a couple tempo teams, of course, in our conference, but what Coach Kidley brings is probably the fastest offense I went against. So it's been a little tough, but you just got to take it like play by play, take a deep breath, read your keys, and you'll produce.
One of the things that Coach Dewhurst mentioned early on, it may have been on a podcast, I'm not sure, is in this kind of offense, you have to expect that sometimes you're going to be backed up. And the mentality is, oh, well, we got to go do our job. Have you guys faced that this spring in practice where you know you've got to defend the end zone even though you're in a bad situation?
Oh, yeah, of course. Coach Kidley, he's a big guy, like playing football, but that's the best way to get better at football. So he's put us in probably every situation you can think of in a football game. So we've definitely been there. We have some ups and downs with it, but it's good to have the experience and know what to expect for when the time comes to the ball.
Is there one that you were like, ooh, I've never seen this before?
Yeah, offense runs like a lot of the same plays, a lot of different stuff. So sometimes like I'll try to guess like, well, I've seen this before, I know it's coming. Then I'll run something that exact opposite, and I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, they got me. This one, I go to the sideline, I'm like, yeah, that's on me. They got me right here.
Yeah. Questions?
So Cam came in last year. Do you think you're settled into Florida Atlantic now?
Yeah, last year, especially like in spring, I was really nervous in the spring last year, coming from JUCO to the G5 level. It was a huge difference in speed, the player scheme, like learning a new defense and everything. But this year, I don't have a hard time learning defense, so it's been easier for me to just have my feet settled and learn the defense and really just hone in on my technique and craft.
From the start of the spring until now, what do you feel like your growth as a player, as a leader, just overall has been?
I'll say like learning like scheme wise, like receiver splits, what they get out of this, what they're gonna run out of this, and sometimes just knowing like when to play off, when to press, when to tempo, you know, like just really understanding the game more.
And then when it comes to that as well, like, what's been your main focus in attacking every practice? You know, this is a very up-tempo offense. Offense that's going to challenge you a lot, but it's also, at the same time, going to get you ready for the offenses that you guys are going to face this year. So how have you been approaching, you know, the ups and the downs from these practices?
Never get too high, never get too low, and just be where your feet are. Like with the tempo thing, of course, you may give up a big play, but you're not getting snatched out of the game because you give up a big play, the offense is they're getting right back on the ball. So you got to really take it like play where your feet at, play by play, and just focus on what's in front of you.
Does that require like a specific mentality? Like,
I definitely say it would, because if you're out there thinking too much, especially at defensive back, you're gonna mess up. Like you just have to be able to focus and lock in, and our coach preaches that to us, and it's spread around the room.
With this new defense, what should maybe people wanting to know about Florida Atlantic, what should they expect out of the, I guess you're specifically playing boundary corner on the outside?
I play both. We haven't really got boundary field.
Okay. So what should people expect when looking at the cornerbacks for Florida Atlantic?
We're gonna play fast and play physical, take the ball away, and limit the explosives.
when it comes to Friday night, you know, what are you excited to show off at personally as a defense, and what do you want to lay as a foundation for you guys to build off of as you head into the summer?
Last day of spring, I want to go out there, no bust, take the ball away. So our fans, anybody watching that, we're going to be physical and we're going to create takeaways and get our high-powered offense the ball back.